Okay, so for men who don't experience this, let me give you a taste of what women go through. Being a woman brings out the crazy. Being a woman brings out the crazy. Okay? We already know how hot in the drawers men are. We already know how opportunistic they are. We know how inappropriate they are. And as I told you guys a long time ago, I had intense fear of deep water. I'm over it for the most part. But back in the day, I was myself and another person. We were coworkers, and we were working with kids. We were counselors for summer camp, and we're in the pool. We've got the kids in the pool, and he decides, "I'm going to jump on you. I don't care if there's kids around. I don't care if there's a lifeguard around. I'm horny, so you need to take care of that. I don't give a damn if I lay you down in front of everybody." Out of control, animalistic behavior. This is what women deal with. So he came up to me, starts pawing me, and I said, "Get off of me," and he wouldn't. He's pawing me again. I said, "Get off of me." Well, I kicked him in his baby maker because I'm tired of your ass. I told you, stop. I'd never been in the deep water prior to that, and when I walked by, he shoved me in. So I need to lose my life. I need to drown because I'm not doing what women are supposed to do. We're supposed to please men. It don't matter if it's inappropriate. It don't matter if he's coming off like someone who assaults women. He don't care that there's children there. I don't give a damn. The kids ain't got nothing to do with my needs. I got to do what I got to do. I need to lose my life because I won't allow him to grope me. I won't allow him to assault me against my will. Okay? Now, with this particular video, and I will show it to you, I'll put it in the description. I'll also put the title in case the link it wants to get weird. So, woman is outside with her children playing, and dude rides up on his bike. Really? "Oh, you got some good genes. They look just like you. You got strong genes." What the hell? That alone is weird. That comment is bizarre. What in the hell are you even talking about? And you need some stimulation and this and that. And she's like, "I got my kids with me. That's inappropriate." And she had already told him she's married. You know, dudes don't care if they're married, they want some of you. They don't care if you're married, they want some of you. I don't know what in the hell is wrong with them that they don't have any self-control whatsoever. Not all men. So don't come up in here talking sideways. Okay? There are men who have self-control, but it just seems like there are so many that are just buck wild. Were you raised in a barn? That's what I want to know. Were you raised in a freaking barn? What is wrong with you? I just don't understand it. And I had a boss that was inappropriate. I went to work. I changed my shirt because at lunchtime, I must have spilled something on my shirt. I went back to work. And he was offended that I changed my shirt. "Why'd you change your shirt?" "Because I spilled something on it." Apparently, the other shirt is a little more, I don't know. He liked the other shirt better on my toddies. Okay? Are you kidding me? And this person is married. Marriage doesn't stop men from being disgusting. It doesn't. It does not. In fact, it brings out more of the crazy because I've already got her. I got her swooned. She loves me. She thinks the world of me. She thinks my feet don't touch the ground. And I've been tapping that booty as often as I see fit. You, on the other hand, I haven't had a piece of. So how you doing? Okay. I asked a married man about that. We were friends for many years. And I asked him, I said, what is the deal with men having to have other women when they're married? And he said, yes, we have her, but we haven't had you yet. Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. But that's their mentality. Yes, I've had even players. They've had all these women, but they haven't had you yet. So what's up? What's up? Taxes, inflation, gas costs that are still not going down. I don't know why it's taking so goddamn long. That's what's up. Clouds, birds, skyscrapers. That's what's up. What? You know what? Here's the thing. Because reproduction is so easy, any fool can have a kid. And because they weren't raised right, they don't teach their kids nothing. They don't teach their kids nothing when they're grown and have kids. And it just continues through the generations. Somebody has to be smart and put a stop to it. Somebody has to be smart and teach their boys and their girls, but especially their boys, to respect other people regardless of their hormones. When you get older, there's going to be chemicals going through your body that's going to make you want to do things with girls and with women. And you have to learn to have discipline. Discipline means you don't act on something just because you want to. Boys have to be taught this from a young age. To respect other people, regardless of your pecker, regardless of your hormones, regardless that she's fine, regardless of that dress is hugging her just right. Regardless, you have to respect other people. You have to have self-discipline. You have to have self-discipline. Boys have to be taught that at a young age, because otherwise, that thing swinging is going to get them in a lot of trouble and might get them locked up behind bars. She didn't want to give me none, so I took it. They have to be taught at a young age. Self-discipline, self-control. You don't respond to everything that you want to do when you want to do it. That's not the way it works. That is not the way the world works. Okay? Self-discipline has to be taught. Respect for other people has to be taught. And when you look at these losers that are adults, you know their parents didn't teach them nothing. You know, their parents didn't teach them nothing. And some people were saying, you know, I would have hit him. I would have slapped him in the comments that Lee shows. Come here. Hey. I love how he's going through this phase where he's ignoring me lately. Come here. Put this on. Stop being ignorant. Come. I don't know why you're doing that, but you better quit. Come here. Up. You know, I would have hit him. I wouldn't take that mess off him. And first of all, she's with her children, number one. Even if she wasn't with her children, when somebody's that brazen, that bold, that mouthy, that inappropriate, do you honestly think he doesn't have any boundaries? Do you honestly think he's going to have boundaries when it comes to your safety? He won't. You going up to him, slapping him could be the last thing you ever do. He's already mad that he's getting, you know, he's not making any progress. He's not getting what he wants. So he's already pissed at that. And he's not dealing with a full deck of cards anyway, because who does that? And who talks like that? You need some stimulation. I mean, he's talking out the left side of his neck and he's just acting weird and creepy. And you want to go up there and somebody in the comments say, oh, I'll slap him. Oh, yeah? Good luck. He's not dealing with a full deck of cards and he's not doing normal behavior. So you got to be smart for your own safety and for your children's safety. You know, and parents, for the love of God and everything holy, please teach your little boys, your sons, how to behave themselves, please. Teach your children how to respect other people. Teach your son to control his god dang emotions and his hormones. Otherwise, they turn into wild animals and they become women's worst nightmare. Not to say if they were raised correctly, they're going to be gentlemen. That's not necessarily true. Mental illness also has a genetic factor to it as well. But at least if they're taught and raised correctly, when they get older, they can't say, well, I wasn't taught nothing, no way. They can't say that. And you gave them the tools to do the right thing. If they didn't do the right thing after that, or they rebelled against what they were taught, that's not on you, that's on them. Being a woman is one of the worst things. It gets you targeted. It gets you disrespected. It gets you assaulted. It gets you verbally harassed. There's not a whole lot of things about being a girl, a female. There's not a whole lot of good things about it. I like girly things, obviously, you know, clothes, shoes, makeup, you know, hair things we could do, crazy hair things we could do. I like girly things, you know, lipsticks, you know, jewelry, you know what I mean? I like those feminine things. But being a woman is not really beneficial in a lot of ways. We're at a disadvantage being a woman. Men make the same amount of, or make more money doing the same job a woman does. I mean, we don't get respect. Toxic men respect other men. Narcissistic men respect other men, but they hate women. I noticed that. I watch. There are people that I know personally who are male narcissists, and they treat women like absolute garbage. They take advantage of women because they don't like them, but let a man call them or talk to them and they're just as nice as pie because they hate women. A lot of narcissists hate women, can't stand them. We're the worst thing that ever happened to them, unless they could use us for something, and then after that they're back to hating us. Crazy as hell. Absolutely crazy as hell. Please raise your boys to control themselves, please. Good God, please. Y'all take care. I'll put the video in the description. Thanks. Bye.